Hey guys, welcome to or back to my channel. My name is Risa, and today I am coming to you guys with something that I'm really excited to do. I'm going to dive into some super comfy and personal, and that is my comfort books. And I really want to share these with you guys because obviously I am a book girly. As you guys see in my videos, I love to read my books, and I just wanted to share some of my 5-star comfort books and books that I just have really enjoyed. So I have 6 of them with me today. So I can't wait to dive into that. To me, a comfort book is a book that is able to transport me into the world of the book. I'm able to feel what the character is feeling, and I'm able to almost live like the character, and I don't realize how immersed I'm into the book until someone taps me out of it. And comfort book too is also something that just makes me feel so cozy and warm, like a warm cup of hot cocoa. So yeah, these are my 5 comfort books, and I would really love to hear what your guys' comfort books are as well. So let me know down below what your guys' comfort books are. And I've narrowed it down to my top 6, which is a bit hard because I have a bunch of books that I've really enjoyed. But I let myself sit and think, what books have I enjoyed so much that I actually would let myself reread? Because a lot of the books I get and read, I really enjoy them, but I can't tell if I would reread them. But these are 6 books that I would sit and reread any day. So let's get into it. Okay, my first comfort book is The White Book by Hong Kong. And I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about it in my prior videos and how amazing this book was, in that I love it so much. And this book has helped me so much. I have dealt with a lot of loss over the past 2 years of my life, and I went into therapy to help me with grief, but it didn't help me in the way that I feel like I needed to be helped. In this book really helped me understand grief and think about how I want to grieve, ways to grieve, how I can look at nature in grief. So, quick little synopsis. I'm going to turn my head over here because I wrote it down. But it is a book exploring different themes of grief and loss and the fragility of life through the lens of the color white, hence the title, The White Book. And the writer, she's letting us into her experience as she grapples the feeling of death. Her older sister had died shortly after her mother gave birth to her. So she's letting us into her lens of grief through poetry and her experiences. And it also lets us into a different lens, not just grief, but the lens of trying to understand her sister and how brief her life was, but how profound it was at the same time. And this is one of my favorite top 5-star books I have ever read. It really helped me grapple grief and wrap my head around it and allow myself to feel. Because there's such a thing about feeling our emotions and feeling too much, but it just let me sit and think and feel everything that I needed to feel in that moment. And I did finish this within like 2 to 3 days because it's not that long, but while I was reading it, I was being intentional and thinking and grasping every single word she was saying, absorbing it. But I definitely, as I said in my previous videos, and I will continue to say, please read The White Book. It is a must read, in my opinion. If I could make a category, this would go in a must read. So, yes, this is my first comfort. Okay, my second comfort book is We Were Dreamers, an immigrant superhero origin story by Simu Lee. He is one of my favorite actors. Shang-Chi is my literal favorite movie of all time, and I was so obsessed with his character and his background story, and immediately after the movie came out, I dived into the world, as many of us do, of watching like interviews with the actor. And then when he came out with the book, I went to get it. And this book was just so amazing, and I've read it at least 5 times. I remember when I first got it, I read it at least 5 times in that moment. Like I finished it, reread it, finished it, reread it, because it's just an amazing story. And I haven't gone and reread it again for a little bit, but it's definitely going to be in a pile that I'm going to reread. And it's just a memoir of his life coming to from China to Hollywood, and just really, it's very inspirational, and it just let me think. And this was just sincere, and he's funny and genuine, and it was just amazing, the love he has for his family and how he's gone through so much and he still got to achieve his dream. And it's just an amazing book. Okay, my next 2 comfort books are a series that go together: Days at the Morizaki Bookshop and More Days at the Morizaki Bookshop. And I loved these books so much when I read them, and I've reread them so many times, not just because I'm a bookie and it's about a bookshop, but it grapples with the feelings of grief over a relationship, the loss of a relationship, not having a job and trying to find yourself and find a job and understand everything, going through the feelings of loss after having a breakup. I think something else for me that makes a comfort book is for me is the way the writer writes really speaks to me. And a lot of these books, the writer is very calm and their work flows and just gets me into a groove. Because sometimes I start a book and I can't get into the groove of the writing, but the topic and everything about it is good. It's just the writing style is not something I get into, but these books that I'm sharing with you guys pulled me in by the first couple of pages, and that is what makes 5-star book a 5-star book usually, unless they really switch it up towards the middle to the end and it just flops on the way there. Okay, my next book is Lonely Castle in the Mirror, and I think I previously talked about this in one of my vlogs, but I'm not too sure. But this is a book that I finished in 2 days. It was an amazing book, and I really recommend it. It is about a girl who got bullied out of school, so then she's not going to school, she has anxiety, she's anxious, she doesn't feel like she could show up to school, and she spends time at home. Her parents are trying to find a school for her, but they're also understanding and letting her grapple with everything she's dealing with in her own way. And then while she's in her room one day, she gets transported into a castle through her mirror in her bedroom. I don't want to share too much because I don't want to spoil the book, but it was an amazing book. This was one of the books that was a page turner for me, and I just couldn't stop reading, and like I had to force myself to put it down at night because it's like, okay, I have to go to bed, but I still want to read and figure out what's happening. And it was just an amazing book. I related to her, I understood her, I felt what she was feeling, and it was just an amazing book. Okay, my final book is more kind of like on the lines of like a self-help book, maybe. You know, like the Let Them Theory. Another book I've read that I literally can't think of the name of, but I can think of the cover. But this book is called The Courage to Be Disliked. I've read it a few years ago, and I read it a lot. This book really dives into how happiness is something that we choose for ourselves. It explores theories from psychologists and stuff, and talks about how self-acceptance and personal freedom and just a lot of stuff that we can do for ourselves can bring us happiness instead of seeking external validation from people and stuff. And it was a really good book. I read this in the time after I had transferred to my final high school, and I was kind of just feeling like, how can I change myself to make friends and make sure people like me for me and all this stuff. But it was also just a point where I just really wanted to grow more as a person and learn more about myself and my identity. And this book was amazing. Like, I loved it. And I definitely will make another video like this down the line with more recent books I've read, because some of these books I've obviously haven't like picked up to reread in a while. So I apologize if it's not as in depth and stuff, but these are great books. I will recommend these 10 toes down. I am 10 toes down for these books, like I am 10 toes down for my best friend. Like, these books are amazing, and I would recommend them to anybody on the street who stopped me and said, hey, what's a book you would recommend someone to read? These are just amazing books. I have a Goodreads that I don't put my books into it because I just haven't. If you guys want me to put my ratings and my books into a Goodreads and just constantly have it linked in my description box down below, please, please, please let me know, because I will definitely do that and make sure I put all of my books into there. So yeah, I can do that. And I've seen that some people do like book club things, so let me know if you guys want to do that as well. I will definitely look into some things to organize my books to share with you guys, so you can always just constantly kind of just know what I'm reading and stuff if I don't bring it up in a video and stuff. So definitely would do that as well. But let me know down below, one, what kind of videos you guys would like to see from me, because I would just love to know what you guys would like to see me make for you, because this channel is all for your enjoyment and entertainment. Two, let me know one of your favorite 5-star comfort books down below, because I'm definitely soon, after I finish the stack of books I'm reading right now, gonna need some more recommendations, so let me know down below as well. And I hope you guys enjoyed my 6 5-star comfort books that I would recommend to literally anybody to drink with a cup of hot cocoa. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.